All right. Live and direct. We are live. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? What are you grateful for? Thank you for double tapping the screen and bringing in more people like yourself. Good morning. Nice to see you. Thank you for showing up. Happy Sunday. It is full on snowing. It was like 56, 57 degrees yesterday in Manhattan, and it is full on winter wonderland. Hey, good morning. Get ready because Sundays get intense. I'm telling you, the trolls like to hang out on Sundays. That's fine though. We have mimosas with them. We hang out with them. We love them. We love everybody in this family. So, one of the things that I want to talk to you about, one second actually, let me just make sure I turn off my notifications on my phone. Hold on, it's going to pause. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Hello, hello, hi. Nice to see you. Glad you're alive. Glad that you're here. One of the things that I want to talk about today is I want for you to start being aware of the story that you're telling yourself. There's so many layers to unpack when it comes to our stress, when it comes to what frustrates us. There's so many different perspectives, there's so many different stories, and there's so many different timelines in our life where we've had stress and trauma. Hey, so I want to know if you are aware of what the story is that you're telling yourself. Why are you writing in caps lock random sentences? Don't do that. I was labeled with ADHD, although thank goodness I didn't take any medication, but don't go typing random stuff. Don't do it. Thank you. What's up, Louisiana? Okay, so no need to type in caps lock. Please be careful. I'm telling you, my moderator is going to come on here and they're going to warn you it's 11:11. Set an intention. They're going to warn you if you write in caps lock, you're screaming in the live stream. Don't do it. Let me see what you said. Here come the trolls. Angry white guys with facial hair. And I say, you get blocked. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I can't wait till my mods come on and just shut you all down. Boom, 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 boom. Excuse me, just cleaning the house for a second, kids. Excuse me. Okay, I'm good with the trolls because, you know, trolls need love too and you're all traumatized. I get it. I understand. Okay. So, Today we are talking about, yes, I am happy. Thank you for asking. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful that I'm not a troll trying to project fear and insecurity onto another guy who's talking about unconditional love. I'm grateful that I've traveled outside of my state and I'm not some angry old 50-year-old white guy with facial hair trying to project fear onto TikTok, or did I hit too close to home? You're either like 50 years old or you're 13. Which one is it? You look like an angry white guy who projects fear onto other people who know their culture and their roots. How about that? I'm so glad I know where I come from. I'm so glad I know my roots and my culture. I'm so glad that I'm secure about who I am. There's nothing you can say for me to get triggered because I used to hate myself just like you, little troll. The difference is I did something about it and I'm sharing with people. So you don't have to like me. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying. All right. Okay, here we go. Just ignore the trolls. They're angry. They hate themselves. They live in the suburbs. They don't know their culture. They don't know their roots, and they're angry at themselves. So if you don't like the energy from them, just disregard them. I like them because all the people that are hateful in here actually keep me getting paid because people see how I handle the trolls. Thank you. Thank you. Imagine me needing validation. And they're always these like angry, and it's always people with my skin color. It always is. It always is. It's always that way. Thank you. No, I'm not triggered. I'm you. I'm a mere reflection of you. Okay, so today we are talking about what's the sentence, what's the story that we're telling ourselves today, right? Like what are you telling yourself? So for example, when I was younger, before I was doing the work, the main thing that I was telling myself is that I need other people to help me. I need other people to help me out because I'm abandoned. I had codependency, so I depended on other people to do things. Another story that I was telling myself is that I'm not good enough. I was very insecure. I would judge myself, right? And so when you start to be aware of the story that you're telling yourself, you realize why you keep on doing this over and over again in different ways, shapes, and forms. Right? So for example, right, you see how the trolls are? You see all these angry guys, how they're in here trying to get a reaction out of me? Do you know why they want to get a reaction out of me? Because they want to subconsciously validate that life is scary and angry and fearful and people are this way and that way. You don't even know where I come from. You don't even know my background. You just want to intentionally attack because you're so traumatized and everybody in your life puts you down. And everybody in your life laughs when you tell them who you are. And you feel like if you told people who you really are, that they would attack you and laugh at you and shame you and blame you. Yeah, love the trolls. I do need God. God needs you. God needs for you to stop projecting fear and insecurity onto TikTok. I talked to him. Hello? Oh, hey, God. Oh, okay. Oh, he is angry? Oh, he hates himself? Oh, that's okay. Okay, thanks, God. Thank you. Whew. Good thing God's closer to me than the air I breathe. So, man, extra angry today. People are extra angry. People, this is my impression. This is my impression of a troll. I'm going to wake up. I'm not even going to question how I feel. I'm not going to process any of my emotions. Nobody cares about me. And so I'm going to go onto TikTok and I'm going to find the first live stream or the first thing that I disagree with. And I'm just going to project all my anger and my fear onto that because I have nobody else to tell how I feel. I wish I could tell people how I feel. I'm so angry inside. Am I hitting close to home? Well, let me tell you something, buddy. Hey, listen, buddy. Hey, listen to me. Hey, listen to me. Huh? You want to talk to me? You want to talk to me? You want to talk to me? You got to decalcify the pineal gland. You got to decalcify. This guy comes up to me. He's from the smallest town in the United States of America. Never even traveled outside of his city, bro. I swear to God. And he's over here talking to me about my suit. You never even left the state that you live in. Get out of here. Go decalcify your pineal gland. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Decalcify. Huh? What are you talking about? Yeah, I am a nerd. I'm the nerdiest person in the world. Yes, I am. I'm a nerd with 46,000 followers. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Huh? Go decalcify your pineal gland. You can't even make eye contact with me. Go do some kundalini. Huh? Go do some kundalini. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Tomorrow morning, you'll be bagging groceries. I used to be struggling just like you two. I used to hate myself just like you two. I used to mop the floors in a nightclub in Manhattan, and I was living in the projects in Coney Island. I was angry just like you. Difference is I did something about it. I'm still struggling. Whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy. Look. There's 440 people on this live stream right now, and you're angry, right? All of you that are angry. You're writing as fast as you can, hoping that I'm going to see your anger. When I'm literally telling people to love themselves. I'm literally telling people to love themselves unconditionally. You're so angry inside, and you're so mad at the whole entire world that your cognitive dissonance is just fascinating to me. Okay. Oh, man. All right. So, let's answer some questions. Have I ever been to therapy? Yes, I went to therapy. You know what they do in therapy? In therapy, they ask you over and over again, and how does that make you feel? 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 Yeah, let's do that. Let's all recenter ourselves. Let's all, for those of you who really rock with me, let's all just project some positive energy here, some love in here. And I'm just going to do something real quick. Let me just do something real quick because we do this. Okay, there we go. All right, so for those of you that just met me, my name is Nicky Scorpio. I am the introvert that speaks up. I've done many different things spiritually and holistically to crack my code. I share that information with you. I'm here for you on this Sunday. This message is not mine. This is a collective message. I just want for you to understand that you know that the system is broken and we're doing something about it. The way that you get peace, the way you get freedom, the way that you stop taking other people's stuff personally is by internalizing all of your reactions and your emotions. You start to realize you're telling yourself a new story. Every single day you're telling yourself a new story. Sometimes you're telling yourself the same one. Sometimes a new story that you're telling yourself is identical to the old one. You just make it about other people. So if you're angry, if you are angry inside, you are going to project anger like a movie projector. And if you are blind with anger, if somebody says, I unconditionally love you, that will sound like an attack. A couple different breathing techniques you can do. One is called Wim Hof, W-I-M space H-O-F. Thank you for those of you that are sending love in the stream because I definitely felt, I think like 100 trolls just went away. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you can have money. Go out there and get it. Hey, what's up, Christine? Yeah, trolls are extra angry on a Sunday. Is it because the weather is how's the weather like where you're at? Because it is full on snowing over here in Manhattan. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for sending great energy into this live stream. I felt the shift big time. Okay. So, again, I want for you to know that you are telling yourself a story without realizing it. When you get around other people, right? We're telling ourselves stories. And it's powerful. It is powerful when you can catch yourself telling yourself that story. For me, the way that I get my peace is I psych myself out, my subconscious mind over and over again. So for example, one thing that I started doing when I get around abusive and narcissistic people, when they're yelling, when they're projecting anger and fear, is I visualize them like a documentary, right? I visualize them like a documentary where if they're just screaming right in front of my face, I look and I say, wow, television is so loud. I wonder when the neighbors are going to turn this down. Because otherwise, empaths take it personally, and it hurts us, right? It physically hurts us. It can give us stomach pains, it can give us headaches, it can give us anxiety and trauma. And that was one of the things that I faced for years. Trauma, PTSD, from being in a relationship where there's yelling and there's, different forms of abuse unintentionally. She doesn't mean to. We don't shame other people. We understand that we're not communicating and we're not taking responsibility for who we are. We are allowing other people into our life that are hurtful and hateful. And I know that it's easier said than done to let go of people and to just cut people off. I understand that it's easier said than done. However, I want for you to understand that over and over again, most of us are looking for validation from other people. And the reason why we're depressed, thank you to the moderators for blocking these trolls so I can just talk one-on-one with you. The reason why we are depressed, the reason why we have anxiety, the reason why we don't like our situations in our lives is only because other people told us not to. And I want for you to really think about that. The reason why we have anxiety, The reason why we are depressed, the reason why we don't like our situations is because other people told us that we're wrong. And when you start to realize that, you realize that you can tell yourself a new story and a new interpretation. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, you can tell yourself a new story. You can tell yourself that you love speaking your voice. You can tell yourself that you're not going to react to other people's negativity. You can tell yourself that anybody who doesn't like you doesn't like themselves. There's a lot of different options and possibilities. For me, what I had to start doing is telling myself, and you probably heard this before if you've been on my live streams before, I just want to remind people because people are new and people might not understand the depth of this, is I got so angry and I was so depressed and I was so frustrated with my situation. And I started realizing I needed to make every choice that I made my choice. Because the reason why I was in that bad neighborhood, the reason why I was in that job that I didn't like, the reason why I was in the situation that I was in was because of me, was because of the choices that I made, consciously or subconsciously. Thank you for double tapping the screen. It brings in more light workers and healers and people who don't have this community. Thank you. So, once you start to understand this, you can catch yourself. So I caught myself. That's where I told myself moving forward, because I'm tired of the fact I keep on choosing chaos. I keep on choosing fear. I keep on choosing anxiety and depression. I keep on focusing on the negativity. So now I'm telling myself every choice I make is the right one. And when I started telling myself that, I realized how much I was giving other people validation, that I was looking at how they perceived me. I was going to work, working as a bathroom attendant, and I was holding all this stuff in these bags that I had, these black bags, and they couldn't tell what it was, but there was no, it would make noise when I would walk around. And I would feel like people would judge me when I was walking around. And then I realized, no, if they're judging me, they're judging themselves. I started applying different principles and different perspectives and telling myself a different story that made sense for who I was. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Right. And once I started realizing how much I was always looking for validation from other people and how insecure I was, thinking that, like, I hope somebody likes me. I hope somebody doesn't judge me. I hope this person has an opportunity for me. I hope somehow magically people just understand me and say, hey, I like you, let's be friends. Or, hey, I like you, here's a better opportunity. That's where I told myself even more every choice I make is the right one. And when I felt myself being insecure and falling down and being clumsy, when I had my job, when I felt like people were judging me, when I had a phone call from somebody else who was putting me down and telling me that I was stupid, I would tell myself, every choice I make is the right one. And the more that I started doing that, the better my energy became, the better people came around me, the more that I learned how to be confident. For the first time in my life, I had confidence. That's when I started realizing my whole entire life, I've been living my life for other people. Thank you. I've been living my life for other people. Listen, by the way, if you don't like the comments, you can always swipe to the side and it'll remove the comments. It's just me and you. It's always one-on-one with me and you. Thank you. The people who don't like me don't like themselves, and all they know how to do is talk about a guy in a suit over and over again because they don't know how to have an original conversation. And if they walked down the street and saw me face to face, they wouldn't even be able to make eye contact with me for longer than 1.3 seconds. Okay, so don't even acknowledge them. They're little baby souls that are brand new to this earth, and all they know is fear and anger, and all they know how to do is project because they're traumatized. And the trolls that are in your life and the hateful people that are in your life, all they know how to do is take bright light and to try to dim it and to turn it down. So we're not acknowledging them. Okay, thank you. So, the journey that I went on was from experiencing trauma, was from experiencing being in an abusive relationship for over 8 years. And again, we're not shaming that person. We're not putting them down. We're just understanding that we keep on choosing these situations. Because like the amazing moderator, Christine, reminded me about, I don't know, a month ago, I don't know, time flies, is that we are choosing this and we are allowing other people to treat us this way. Okay? We're allowing other people to put us down. We're allowing other people to say things because they don't like who they are. And the more we understand that, the more we can start to make different choices. Thank you. I'm just going to say this one time. I dress this way because in the 1920s, I dressed this way. In the 1920s, I dressed this way. And we're in the 2020s. We're in the new roaring 20s. And I like how I look. And I come from nothing. I come from nothing. And even on my worst day, I had it better than others. I remember poverty very well. So it feels good when I put on a tailored suit. It feels good when I dress this way. It feels good. Because my grandfather used to dress this way. Because in another lifetime I dressed this way. And I don't need your validation. And if you think I'm crazy, I am. And if you think I'm attractive, I am. And if you think I'm ugly, I am. I'm just a mirror looking back at you. However you see me is how you see yourself. So, we can start realizing that we are allowing other people to block our momentum. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are allowing other people. We are allowing other people to harass us, and we're allowing to make meaning out of it. I'm good with the trolls. I'm good with the trolls saying hurtful things. You know why? Because I used to hate myself too. I questioned my existence. I didn't want to be alive. When I was in a relationship where I had to constantly put on a smiley face and tell everybody that I'm okay, when I wasn't okay. It hurt. It was hard. It was exhausting. I hated myself. I was ashamed of myself because I was better than that, because I had never been in those kind of circumstances before. I wasn't raised to react that way. Then I started looking at it differently, and I started being curious. And I realized the person who's putting me down is putting down themselves and attacking themselves, and it's hard on themselves. We are all doing the best we can. However, if you want to reclaim your power, if you are tired of being tired, try what I'm saying. Try telling yourself every choice I make is the right one. Understand that if people don't like you, they don't like themselves. Understand that. Understand that. It's simple. It is simple. If somebody doesn't like one thing about who you are, one thing, 1% of who you are, that is because they don't like something within themselves. People who are more successful do not put down other people who are on their journey. There's no trying. By you even saying that you're going to try, you're doing it. I want for you to understand that you are angry inside and you're not used to showing your anger because society tells you not to. Society tells you, and your parents tell you, and your family tells you, always show your other family that you're happy. Only have pleasant conversations, right? Don't tell uncle this, blah, blah, blah. Don't tell aunt, blah, 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 this, right? Correct? Right. And even if you're hurting, even if you're depressed, even if you don't want to be alive, when you get around people, they say, hi, how are you doing? You say, you're fine. And you feel like nobody hears you, nobody understands you. People don't want to hear what you have to say. People don't want to hear your story. What if I told you you've been telling yourself that truth and there's a different truth? What if I told you that your story is beautiful, that your story is courageous? What if I told you the more that you actually do tell your story and you do tell people who you are, that you actually get more loyalty, more love, and more truth? There's a different story to be told. I used to be ashamed of my story. And I'll tell my story right now just because I want to remove even more hateful people and hurtful people. Just because, like, I'm not for everybody and I don't need validation. I don't need people to tell me who God loves and who God doesn't. My mother, in case you just hopped on and you don't know who I am and you don't know my story. Most of you do because you rock with this family. This is unconditional love, and I appreciate you for it. My mom's a lesbian. My birth father's gay. I'm an artificial insemination. I came from the hood, from the other side, literally right by the train tracks. I saw a lot of injustice. I saw a lot of hate and homophobia and fear and chaos from an outside perspective as an insider within that realm. We moved out of the bad neighborhood into the nice one, and I saw people who looked like me, who didn't know their roots and their culture, and all they knew how to do was to judge and attack and be fearful and hateful. I manifested. I started getting around more successful people. I started hanging out with millionaires and people who were spiritually enlightened. And I realized a lot of people who were very, very, very successful liked me and loved me and saw me more than I loved and saw myself. And I realized other people that were millionaires who looked very successful and people who looked and presented themselves as very successful. Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes they didn't have one person in their life that they could trust. Every single person was trying to get money out of them. Every single person around them had to show them that they're more attractive and more successful. They didn't have real friendship. So I realized on my journey that we have richness within the story that we tell ourselves. I realized that there's always a different story to be told. There's always a different perspective. We can tell ourselves a new story, and we can start to realize we are addicted to the chaos. We're addicted to the pain. We're addicted to choosing it over and over and over and over again. Addicted to anger. So I want to know if you can focus on the 1% of the light, the sliver of hope, of peace, of love, and stop reacting to people that are hurtful and hateful. Even if it's in a relationship, just stop reacting to people when they say things that are negative. Just don't nod your head. Don't react to it. Don't say anything. You're not obligated to take care of everybody else when you don't feel that you're taken care of. You're not obligated to be friends and to be the nice person for people that are miserable and that are hurting inside. And that feels really uncomfortable sometimes for some people because you're so used to taking care of other people. And the reason why you are taking care of so many other people in your life is because you want for other people to take care of you. You might be burnt out. You might be tired. You might be lying down in bed right now just exhausted, just doing everything you can, just hoping something's going to change. Good. I'm glad that you're crying. Let it out. There's other people right now who are sad in this live stream. There's other people who are depressed right now in this live stream. There's other people who don't want to be alive sometimes in this live stream too. We're healers. We sign up for difficult paths so we can have compassion. We're stronger. The people that are the people that project fear, the people that are trolls, they don't have courage like you do. They don't have the courage that you do. You have courage. That's why you are crying. That's why you don't like your circumstances. Thank you. Because other people just accept their circumstances. And it's not up to you to change them. It's not up to you to change them. Not at all. By the way, if you want to have past life regression, if you want a faith and spiritual based way to protect yourself, if you feel like you have, if anybody did any weird stuff to you, you can contact the moderator. Her name is medium.christine on here. She's amazing. She's a loyal friend. She's a great person. She's very, very, very intelligent. She gives donation-based readings and healings and protection, which we all need more of. I had a podcast before at the beginning of COVID because I was supposed to do a tour and do a music release. And so at the root, I started having these conversations. So if you have the podcast app or if you go online, just type up Scorpio Rising, Nicky Scorpio, and it'll pop up. I stopped doing it because I like to do this more. Podcasts are fun. It's just I need somebody who's going to engineer, who's going to mix it, who's going to edit it and do all of that stuff. I don't have time to do 18 different things. Thank you for screen recording this and sharing this on your stories on Instagram and on TikTok. Thank you for sharing these videos. Thank you. I understand people. You understand. If you're like me, you've been through what you've been through. We love to see other people win. Now it's time for us to win. If you are a sound engineer and if you want to help me with my podcast and stuff, I mean, we can definitely talk. Or if you're an engineer or if you're an NFT artist and you want to create something with me, we can definitely talk. Hey, Timothy, yeah, it does get exhausting taking money from people. Does it get exhausting going on to TikTok and waking up in the morning and hating yourself and being mad because all your friends don't know who you really are? And if you told them who you really are, then they wouldn't accept you as you are. And you're frustrated because you just accepted people in your life based off presentation-based circumstances, and you hate yourself. And so you wake up in the morning and find somebody else to hate to validate that life is hateful. Or is that just me? When I hate myself, all I know how to do is to project fear and anger and insecurity onto somebody who's comfortable with his feelings. And I hate that other people are comfortable with their feelings. I hate that this person has a tailored suit on. I'm not even going to question why I hate him. I just don't like the fact that he likes himself. And I'm not even going to question that because my religion is cognitive dissonance. When There, I was that the correct dialect? Sorry, I've been studying on Google Translate. Was that the correct dialect to talk to you? Timothy? Timmy? 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 Daddy's home. You're a little baby soul and you're younger on this planet and we're the older souls and we know what we know. We know how life works. We don't need your validation. We're tired of your nonsense. Go have a banana. You need some potassium. It's time for the divine feminine to come to the front, and it's time for the real men to start showing their feelings and honoring women and stopping this nonsense. And if you don't like it, go to personalproblems.com. See you later. Imagine me needing your validation. When I wish people would do exactly as I do. I wish everybody in the entire world would think exactly like me so I could be happy. When I'm not even going to do anything about the fact that I don't like myself. I'm just going to keep on being angry inside and just projecting fear and anger onto anybody who doesn't think like me, and then going over to church and then praying to God and saying, God, thank you so much, and love, 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 except for if somebody doesn't think like me. When imagine me needing your validation. I love TikTok. I love this. I love this. I love the fact there's 680 people on here, and there's still like an uncultured white guy in here. Because I know, and I know my roots. I know my culture. I know where I come from. I know who my ancestors are. Okay, you're Caucasian and you think you're American. And you see another man who's actually able to cry and able to show that he's angry and he's not okay, and you don't even know why you're angry. Wah! Oh, man. Imagine me needing your validation. Right, exactly. The Native Americans are the only true Americans. You illegal immigrant. When now who's triggered? Don't try me. I'm not Costco. You don't want a sample of this. I know that you're used to other people who look like me being soft-spoken. I'm not the one. We are. We are one. We are one, right? We are. I'm not. I'm not the one. We are one. Okay? I know. I know it hurts inside. I know. You wake up in the morning and nobody likes you and your family because they're all traumatized. And you know why you're really angry? Do you know why your life is really, really hard? Because in your last lifetime, you were a jerk. And now you're paying the consequences because how you treat people in this lifetime carries on into the next. Whoops. And if you don't believe that, maybe in the next lifetime you will. What a beautiful world. Don't you agree? Here's to thinking differently. Here's to cognitive dissonance. And here's to actually critically thinking. And here's to disagreeing with people and still being able to love them and accept them and say, you know what, you think differently and I can still love you because you believe in a higher power, or you don't believe in a higher power, and that's okay because I know that my higher power loves everybody as they are. Oh, that's the best. And then you go right back into, and thank you, project fear and negativity onto me, and then go right back to talking with God and telling people you're a good person. You're good until you disagree with people. It's fascinating for me. All right, more questions. Why do you feel like crying when you hear me speak? It's a pin. It's the suit maker, the tailor who made this suit. That's their logo. Okay? It's similar to a cross. Weirdo. Okay. Just joking. Just joking. I got jokes. So, why do you feel like crying when you hear me speak? Because we connect. Because I understand you and you understand me. Because we understand each other. Because you are holding in pain inside. You're holding anger inside. And for years you've been trying to tell yourself that you're not angry. And then you get frustrated with yourself based off the responses and the reactions that you have. Actually, I'm not a century too late. I'm right on time. I lived in New York in the 1920s and I dressed like this. And I don't need your validation. Thank you so much. How should I dress for you tomorrow? You're such a real man. You're such a straight man. You're such an American man. How should I dress for you tomorrow? How should I dress for you tomorrow for you to be more attracted to me? What can I do for you now, you big, strong man? What's my name? Nicky Scorpio. What's yours? How? So, okay. You big, strong man. Imagine me needing your validation. How do I release my anger in a healthy way? How do I release my anger in a healthy way? Well, tell people you're angry. Tell people you're angry. Tell somebody that you care about, mom, dad, husband, wife, anybody, that you're not used to expressing your anger and you want for people to understand when you get angry that has nothing to do with them. Okay? I know, I do look young for being, I'm not born in the 1920s. I'm thousands of years old. I just moisturized. Okay. So, anger is insecurity. Anytime that you look at somebody else and you get triggered and you judge them and you get angry, it is always insecurity. Always. Anytime that you get angry because of somebody else's looks, because of somebody else's conversation, because the tone of their voice, it is insecurity. Trolls are kind of quiet right now. They're like, wait, no. So good. Anytime that you're angry, you are insecure with who you are. Thank you. I am clinically insane. Now what do we do? I'm absolutely out of my mind. Now where do we go from here? Now what do we do? Thank you for pointing that out. Craziest man alive. About to hit 50,000 followers in just a couple of days. Absolutely and totally out of my mind. Absolutely. Wake up in the morning getting paid to do what I love. Coaching people from age 9 to age 73 so far, from all over the world. South Africa, New Zealand, Japan, Ireland, America, California, New York. Getting paid to do what I love. Remembering when I was in an abusive relationship, navigating my way out of that. Getting messages from people telling me that they want to stay alive because they saw the live stream and they were questioning taking their lives. Yeah, absolutely. I'm the craziest person in the world. Now what do we do? If you want to book time with me, go to my profile, tap Yo Nicky Scorpio. Go to my profile link, tap book time with me. Go to Calendly. It is automated. It takes PayPal, and even if you don't have PayPal, you can still do it through PayPal. It's automated. There's a calendar. It tells you what times I'm available. It's $25 for a half an hour, $45 for an hour. And if you get 4 sessions with me, we do that for the price of 2 because I understand people used to have more money and their situations are different. So, you know, otherwise, hang out. We don't gatekeep information. So, How do we release our anger in a healthy way? Well, there's a lot of different options. The way that I release my anger is through art. And again, what I started doing with people that I cared about is I had a conversation like this. Hey, you're not used to me. Thank you. You're not used to me showing that I'm angry. You're used to me always being optimistic and always being in a good mood. Typical Yank, not even having a free conversation when he's literally, right? Literally having a free conversation right here. Literally dropping free generational wealth. Typical Yank. I'm a typical Yank. Yankaroo, giving the old Yankee Yank. Yes, in New York, home of the Yankees. Are you old enough to get a senior citizen discount yet, or are you still got a couple of years? Huh? Imagine me needing your validation. Typical Yank. Typical Yank. Don't try me, buddy. You don't want the sample. Don't do it. Okay. Okay. You want for me to be mad like you. You want for me to be mad like you. I know. If everybody was angry on planet Earth, then you'd be happy. I'm good with the negativity. I'm good because like other people can't handle that negativity, and they have people that are verbally, mentally, and physically abusive. And so I want for you to see that when you, instead of running away from the trolls and running away from the anger, when you lean into it and say yes, then you can actually reclaim your power that way. Because otherwise it's something, no, please, little angry little troll who hasn't been on planet Earth for so long. Please stop judging me. Please, I'm going back to when I was 9 years old again, and I'm traumatized and I'm abandoned and no. When people put me down now, when they call me names, when they tell me that I'm stupid because I know who I am, I say, yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's what we can do with anger. Stop hiding the anger. Stop telling people that you're okay all the time. Stop telling people that life is good 100% of the time when you meet them when you're not okay. So what I started doing is I started telling people in my life, you're not used to me telling you that I'm angry. And again, when I tell you that I'm angry, so you can just know that I get triggered, it has nothing to do with you and your words. It has nothing to do with what you're saying. It's because of my upbringing and my trauma and how I was taught. I just want for you to understand me when I tell you that I'm sad, when I tell you that I'm angry, so you can understand me, so we can have a better connection. Okay? Really? Tell people you're not okay. Thank you, my outfit loves you. Yeah, if you don't like the comments, you can definitely swipe the screen to the side. You said everyone is angry. Everyone has anger. It's just a matter of what we're doing with it. Something that I heard recently that I thought was really profound is it's not what you go through, it's what you do with it. It's not what you go through, it's what you do with it. So there's a lot of different things you can do with anger. There's a lot of different things you can do with anger. You can understand that you are insecure. And then what you can start to do, and you can put this in your notes too. Anytime that I'm angry, I am insecure. So now I'm going to do something in meditation or in my personal time. I'm going to set a boundary with other people to let myself know that the anger isn't a shameful thing. And I'm not going to react to this other person because I'm only going to get more angry and they're only going to attack more. And so I'm going to go into this other room or go for a walk or be with myself so that I can figure out why I am angry and figure out where else that anger comes from, what I'm not communicating to other people, what I'm not expressing, what's the root of that anger. Anger is powerful. Anger is the reason why, as an introvert, I get on here. Because I have one-on-one calls with clients and they tell me that they don't want to be alive. They tell me that they're being abused. They're telling me they want to get out of this relationship and they feel trapped and they feel like if they say anything, they're going to be homeless. Which I understand, and I've been there. Yes, you're right. Anger is not insecurity. Now, please tell me more. Are you angry that I said that anger is insecurity? Anger is insecurity. I don't need your validation. I don't know any more than you do. I'm not an expert. I'm not a master. I'm not a guru. I just know what I know. Anger is insecurity. And if you're angry about it, that's because you're insecure. I want for you to know I'm not cocky. Like there are 8 billion people on planet Earth. There are 8 billion people on planet Earth. You can't please everybody. When is anger justified? It's a good question. Yes, there's pain in anger, and the pain is from insecurity. It's the root. The root. We all have pain. It's insecurity. Do you understand the simplicity and the power of insecurity? If you are secure with something, you don't react to it. You know it. If you're insecure, you react to it and you try to tell people another thing when you know what you know. For example, if you told me, hey, Nicky, I love your green suit, I'd be like, okay, cool. Whatever helps you sleep at night, it's not green. So in that same conversation, when you're telling me who I am and what I know and what I do, I'm looking at you and I'm telling you that I know what I know, because every single person on planet Earth is always going to do everything they can to tell us how to think and how to change and how to breathe and how to live and how to drink water and how to love and how to be and how to dress. That's why I love TikTok, because these trolls go on here and then they put down my suit and then they see me with the t-shirt and they put down my t-shirt and then they put down my hat. They put down my tattoos. They put down my hair. They put down my skin. They put every single thing that they can do, anything in the world except to take responsibility for the fact that they're angered inside. Anger is insecurity, period, point blank. Thank you for playing. And when you understand that, it's powerful, because now you can start to understand, anytime that I get angry, I'm not going to react to that other person. I'm not going to give that person any more power. I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to take responsibility for my anger and figure out why I keep on pretending that I'm not angered when I am angry inside. Period. If you are angry at somebody else, you are angry at yourself, because you're not capable of speaking how you truly feel to people. And anger is a way to clean house. Let people know that you're not okay. Stop holding it inside and always putting on a smiley face and laughing all the time when people say things, because you have to show people that you're happy when you're not happy. Why are you still telling people you're okay when they ask, hi, how are you doing right now, when you're not okay? What do you think is going to happen when you tell people I'm not okay right now in 2022 with the state of the world? What do you think they're going to say? Oh, that's wrong. That's stupid. You should be happy right now. No. If you think people don't care, then you don't understand that there's 8 billion people on planet Earth. Then stop giving your power to those other people and understand there are better people in the world that want to hear what you have to say. The whole entire premise of me doing these live streams is for you to get used to unconditional love. So you don't even have to agree with what I'm saying. However, can you even receive unconditional love? You are so used to telling people that you're okay when you're not. You are so used to saying everything's fine when it's not. You can't show people that you're poor. You can't show people that you're happy. You can't show people that you're joyous. You can't show people the true things that are going on in your life. You can't tell people this. You can't tell people that. You can't tell this family member this and that. You have to hold in all of your secrets. The last thing in the world you should do, even if there's a comet falling to planet Earth and life as we know it is over, is tell people that you're scared. Please. The judgment never stops. I had more friends, quote unquote, when I was poor, when I was one step away from wanting to end my life, when I hated myself, when I was so defensive, when I had huge walls up, when I hated my image, I hated the way that I looked. Everybody around me loved me. Then I started telling people how I truly felt, and then I started learning to love myself, and then all of these people around me told me that I think that I'm better than other people. So you know what I did instead? Instead of being reactive, instead of being defensive, I started telling people when they attack me, when they insult me, yes, I do. I do think that I'm that. That's why I'm telling you, take your anger and move forward. If you react to people that are narcissistic and people that are mentally and verbally abusive and you try to defend yourself, they've already got you figured out. They're going to keep on projecting their fears and their insecurities onto you. They've already got you figured out. In fact, they know that you're sensitive. They know that you're going to overreact, and they love that, for them to validate that they have the power and that you're weak. Period. Take your anger and tell people that you're not okay. It's exhausting being human on planet Earth. Trying to be all of your family members telling you that you have to tell the other family members how you're feeling inside. You have to tell your other family members that you're okay, that you're always happy, that life is perfect, that everything's figured out, that everything is 100% happy all of the time. Doctors are trying to tell you, oh, you're depressed, you have ADHD, so you need this pill. You don't have ADHD. You can manifest. You see things that are exciting and you focus on those things that are exciting, and you go and set those things on fire and make them bigger and brighter and better. And then you go on to the next thing. You're not depressed. You don't need medication. You need to actually take a rest and really question who you are and nurture yourself more. It's powerful to be depressed. It's powerful to be angry. There's no disorder within bipolar. You have big reactions and you have small reactions. Hustle smartly, make more money, and get some virtual assistants and outsource so you can take off 18 different hats and do one thing that you're amazing at, and move to a part of the world where you can feel happy and be around nature. Maybe you're not meant to be in the circumstances that you're meant to be in. Maybe you're not crazy after all. Period. All these broken people that went to school telling you how to be broken and happy like them. New trend on TikTok: bang your head against the wall and say, ouch, ouch, I need a doctor. You'll go viral. Desperate. Insecure. Garbage. Nonsense. Okay? Some of us really, really need help. Some of us really have cognition issues going on. Some of us really, really are not okay. I'm not a doctor by any means. What I'm saying is in the medical field, in the scientific field, and in spirituality, they are all talking about, and it is all being proven. The more that you visualize yourself being healed, you can heal yourself. This isn't some woo-woo conversation. This isn't some airy-fairy conversation of hold your hands and sing kumbaya. No, this is a real proven, documented fact. The more that you visualize yourself being healthy, the more you can heal yourself. Scientists are talking about how trees have heartbeats in them. Dr. Luc Montagnier took the sound recording of AIDS from water, sent that off to another lab thousands of miles away, told them to press play on that MP3, and they recreated the entire virus just off of an MP3. Go onto YouTube and type up water memory documentary. It's 51 minutes long. I am crazy. I'm absolutely out of my mind. And planet Earth is broken, then yes, I'll be the craziest person alive, because this system is garbage. Nobody respects other people's beliefs, can't even critically think, can't even respect somebody believes that the Republican system or the Democratic system or the nonpartisan belief system is better than the other system, can't even walk a second in somebody else's shoes. Can't even take a second. All we have to do is label that person a narcissist, and now we're the good person. All we have to do is delete and cancel that other person, and now we're the good person. And that person who is hypocritical, and that person who is racist and ignorant and sexist and homophobic and a terrible person should never be educated. They shouldn't be able to have a job. They shouldn't be able to be employed. They should be deleted and destroyed. They should be catapulted off of planet Earth, because I'm uncomfortable with the way that I feel right now. I'm not going to educate them. I'm going to shame them, and I'm going to stomp them down to the ground because I'm happier and I'm better than them. And if everybody thought the way that I thought, then the whole entire world would be happy. For centuries, we play this way. And so I will be crazy. The difference is you can click the angry emoji. I'm doing something about it. If you are angry with the way the planet Earth operates, stop being angry at the way that humans work, and respect and acknowledge life is never meant to be perfect. And you're actually angry because you're meant to do something about it. because society does not know how to critically think. Yes, I do watch way too much Peaky Blinders. I wake up every single day and I just binge watch it. Now what? Now that do you understand? This is what emotional intelligence is. I am talking about the most realest conversation, and all you can do is put down my outfit. Do you understand that you're not even critically thinking? You're not even critically thinking why I'm saying something that's so real, and all you can do is roll your eyes and put down my outfit. Do you understand? You can't even make direct eye contact with me for more than 1 second if you saw me in New York City. Please, don't try me. Please. You hate yourself, period. Wah, I'm triggered by his tone of voice. Wah, I don't like the way that he talks. I wish his name was Sage Healing Wolf and he moisturized and hung out in Venice Beach and only wore white clothing with 432 hertz with sound bowl healings going on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I wish that he would think the way that I did so I could be happy. Wah. I wish everybody was spiritual like me and democratic like me. Wah. I can't even critically think why other people think the way they do. You don't even know what my political beliefs are. And I don't fall for that garbage. I'm just saying you can't critically think why other people think the way that they do. The reason why you're triggered by my tone of voice and how loud I speak is because you are soft-spoken and you are verbally and mentally abused. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for the people who don't want to be alive on planet Earth anymore. I'm doing it for the people who are tired of being abused, for the people that are angry inside and are not used to telling people that they're angered. I'm good with my anger. This is anger, and I love it. And I love you unconditionally. Even if you disagree with me, you do not have to agree with 100% of what I'm saying. Period. Period. I will not be quiet. I will not change my tone of voice until I feel like relaxing. And just like that, I'm good. Emotional intelligence. Why do I feel the way that I feel? Why do other people make me feel the way that they do? Why do I even think other people make me feel this way? Word, all the trolls are getting me paid. Thank you. All right, more questions. What helped me learn to speak my mind up and stick up for myself? Thank you for sharing this, by the way. Thank you for double tapping the screen. It helps bring in more light workers. I love the energy in here. I love you. By the way, the whole premise of this live stream is I want for you to be around people who love you as you are. If you feel, by the way, you can write in the comment section right now. If you feel like you don't have friends, if you want to have new friends who will love you unconditionally because of people who rock with us on the regular, that's what this page is about. If you want to have friends, new friends in your life who will love you and not judge you. So if you need to cry and be angered, if you need to be angry and just scream and cry and say like, I'm going through trauma, the people in this live stream will be friends with you because they understand it. We don't judge you. If you like anybody's conversation in the comment section right now, you can befriend them and say, comment on one of their videos and say, yo, I met you on Nicky Scorpio's live stream. You see? Look, there are people right here. There are people right here who are saying that they'll be your friend. See? Look. There you go. Look, scroll up while I'm talking. Look, scroll up. All these people want to be friends with you. All of these people right here want to be friends with you. That's the power of social media and consciousness. That's the power of collective consciousness. That's the power of you. You inspire me, other people get inspired, and we inspire each other. Okay? And people are still projecting fear in the comment section. It's the downfall. Okay, be afraid. This is the greatest time to be alive. Okay. What helped me learn how to speak up? Anger. If you're not speaking up, you're not angry enough. You're like, no, I want some more of this abuse. I want some more of this trauma. I want some more of this stuff. I'm not angry enough. I still feel like I deserve to be spoken to this way. I still believe that I deserve to be put down and beaten down. And I know that that's triggering, and I know that it's upsetting. I want for you to get so angry that you get up and you tell the abusive husband, wife, aunt, uncle, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, neighbor, community, society, you will not speak to me this way. You will not treat me this way anymore. You will not be this way with me anymore. I'm not your bad day. I'm not your subconscious belief. I come from a good home. I'm a good person. I love unconditionally. You have trauma that you refuse to confront, and all you know how to do is attack my beautiful, brilliant light because you're so traumatized and you refuse to see any other perspective, and you don't even critically think about why you get angry. You just like to react, and I'm the closest person to you, so you just want to destroy and destroy and destroy, and I'm not going to stand for that anymore. In fact, I'm going to let you go, and if you want to take away my home, if you want to take away my clothes and take away all the money in the bank account, that's fine. I'm still going to win. Period. Period. You are not angry enough. You are hiding your anger. You are pretending that you're okay all of the time. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. Shout out to the person who just booked the one-on-one with me, because we're not self-sabotaging. I'm telling you, if you deal with narcissists and abuse, if you have trauma, if you don't have anybody in your corner, go to my profile, tap the link in my bio, book time with me, get time with me. It's $25 for half an hour. Otherwise, if you're balling on a budget, just hang out here and I share generational wealth and knowledge so you can level up anyway, because I don't gatekeep in this live stream. We don't gatekeep information. I share everything that I've learned so I can save you a decade or 2 or 3 or 4. It's never going to stop. You are allowing people to walk over you because they know, they see your blind spots. They see what you don't see within yourself. They see that I can just say anything and this person's going to go, oh, okay, I'm sorry. They see that about you. Us, speaking from experience, they see that about us. We're not doing that anymore. Okay? Take your anger and express it and show people. If you are sad, tell people you're sad. If you are going through something and you're overwhelmed, tell people. You're not tired enough. You're not upset enough if you want to keep on telling people, hi, how are you doing? Oh, I'm okay. How are you doing? Oh, I'm okay. Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Like, I'm grateful. I love my life. And at the same time, sometimes I wake up and I'm depressed. Sometimes I wake up and I have anxiety. Sometimes I wake up and I'm angry. The difference is I feel my feelings. I don't block them out like mom and dad in society told you to. I feel them. And then after I feel them, then I go on. I have client calls. I meditate. I eat food. I go for a walk. I do whatever I need to do. And then I manifest even more. I don't have people in my life shaming me and telling me that I'm lazy or I'm stupid or I'm dumb or that I'm ignorant for feeling the way that I feel, or that it's not appropriate to tell people that I'm angry or telling me to be quiet. I don't have people in my life like that anymore. I set boundaries with people. The more that you tell people how you feel, the more truth you get, and all the middle ground people get removed from your life. The more that you are open with your story, the more open your heart is, the more unconditional love you get, and everybody else can go to the wayside. See you, bye. There's 8 billion other people on planet Earth. I don't need your validation. If you don't like me, you don't like yourself. I'm not your bad day. Exhausting. You're just not tired enough. If you don't know how to really tell people that you're tired, you want more of the exhaustion. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for double tapping. Yes, exactly. Take that one and run with it. I learned that one when I lived in Los Angeles. I had somebody getting angry at me because I was moving too slow because my hands were full. And I stopped and I looked at him and said, excuse me, I'm not your bad day. And he was like, whoa, oh. I'm not your subconscious belief. I'm not anyone in your family. I'm not your ex-boyfriend. I'm not your father. I'm not your brother. I'm one of one. I've never been done. I come from a good home. I come from a place of unconditional love. And I can tell you that you're not okay and you're abusive and I can still love you. Period. Thank you. Why do I dress this way? I dress this way because I like to dress this way. I like to dress this way. Multiple people like my moderator, not my moderator, the moderator, Medium.Christine. She does past life regressions, and she was one of other people who told me that in the 1920s I lived in New York and I dressed this way and I was in Wall Street, and I like this style. And we're going into the new roaring 20s. And I believe people are tired of the nonsense and the fear and the division and the chaos. And I believe people want to put on a nice tailored suit and go out into the world and dance and let go of this chaos and this fear. The difference is now in this new roaring 20s is everybody gets a seat at the table. It's the greatest time to be alive. That's why. Period. How do you respond to somebody who gaslights? Yeah, thank you, by the way, to the moderators. Please give the moderators a follow and just show them some love, please. And if you're thinking of sending me gifts, send a couple of gifts to the moderators because they're working overtime. Sundays are always like extra trolls, extra angry people. So thank you, for real. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But you know what, though? NY Peace Love, you know what? Haters might be exhausting. However, we have haters in our family, and that's why I actually like TikTok. Because I want for you to see that the hate never stops. I want for you to see that the judgment from other people never stops. You think that when you get more money and more success and love yourself more, that people are going to say, okay, you have officially loved yourself at 100%, so now we're not going to hate you anymore. Wouldn't that be nice? They are constantly going to find something to critique about you. I have people in the spiritual community that are telling me that they're more evolved than me, that they're more spiritual than me. I have people that are spiritual coaches and spiritual leaders telling me that they don't like my tone of voice and they don't like my approach. When I work with their clients and I get their clients out of abusive relationships, that's the real reason they don't like me, because I'm not funding their vacation home anymore. And how does that make you feel? 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 How do you respond to somebody who gaslights? You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. You do not respond to people who tell you who you are. You know who you are. Whoops. I don't, when other people are angry, that's a good question. Do I think that anger, you should match anger with anger? No. Nope. Don't react. When somebody is yelling at me, who I care about, who I love, who's coming from a place of narcissism and abuse, what I do, I said this at the beginning of this live stream, I watch them like I'm watching a documentary, or I'm listening to the neighbors with their television really loud. I'm still listening to them. I hear the words that they're saying. I'm telling myself as they're talking to me, wow, the neighbors have this television on really, really loud. Why are they listening to it that loud? Because otherwise, as an empath, I'm going to take on that pain and have stomach pains and have chest pains. And that's exhausting. I did that for years. That's way too exhausting. Don't react when people gaslight you. When people tell you who you are, know who you are. When people tell you, for example, like that, let's say, for example, somebody told you to take out the garbage, and then you take out the garbage, and then they tell you that you didn't take out the garbage, you need to take out the garbage again, just don't react to them. Don't react to them. If you really want to piss off a narcissist, do this. How do you deal with the silent treatment? You thank goodness when people show you who they truly are, and you educate yourself and love yourself more. If you are in an abusive relationship right now, if you're in an abusive situation right now, and you feel like if you really truly speak to that person how you feel that you're going to get kicked out of your house, what you do right now is you start using TikTok as your new digital education. Find something that you're interested in. Do you know that you can learn how to do real estate off of TikTok if you gave yourself 2 months and really, really focused? Do you know that you can learn how to sell NFTs? Do you know that you can learn how to get into affiliate marketing? Do you know that you can learn different ways to get into, like, you can learn how to do coding? All off of TikTok. That's just a few examples. I'm not into those things. I'm just saying I'm into NFTs. If you're into NFTs, go to my profile, tap the Instagram, and let's do something together. NFTs, for those of you that don't know, is a new way for artists and musicians and creative people to make money selling their art, and for other people to have ownership of their art and expression in a new way. It's very exciting. Bitcoin, right? You said no hate intended. However, there's so many people writing right now, so I'm just going to focus on the no hate intended because I don't have time for your... I'm not being hateful at all, but hate. Anytime that you say the word but, you just completely and totally remove the first part of your sentence, by the way. Remember that one the next time you use that word. You can use, right, TikTok is a game changer. What am I on? I'm on a chair. What are you on? More questions. Have I always had this mindset? No. Have I always had this mindset? No. I was just around other people long enough where I realized like people are either going to love you or they're not. And I started watching people telling me things over and over again where I'm like, that's not how I remembered it. That's not what my intention was. That's not what my intention was. That's not what I said. That's not how I reacted. And I got defensive and I got burnt out. Then I overreacted. Then I projected anger without even like stopping to even think about it. And I got overwhelmed and I got burnt out and I got exhausted for years and years and years and years and years. And then probably about like halfway through that 8-year scenario, I started getting curious. Why is this person saying that they love me and they keep on attacking me and putting me down and having me question every single choice and every single thought and every single feeling anytime that there's confrontation or a disagreement? Why am I playing so small within who I am when I know what I know? Why is this person telling me that they love me and I know that they love me? However, when I'm communicating with them, that they're getting angry. What am I not doing correctly? And I would just sit there and just figure out, okay, everything is internal. If I don't like something, that is an internal thing that's going on within me. That person is reacting based off of their experiences. That's their own interpretation. They're telling themselves another story. What's the story? Just be curious. Be curious. Be curious. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to the person who relates. Who are you talking to? Thank you. Thank you, Lexus. It takes curiosity. It takes curiosity to get peace. Curiosity is not your downfall. Perspective off of your curiosity is your downfall. What's a downfall? What's a downfall? What is a downfall? What is that? What's a failure? What's a failure? What's a loss? What is that? Perspective. That's your story, not mine. That's your truth, not mine. And that's another thing I've talked about many different times on this live stream is that we speak negative things into existence and then we want for other people to validate life is that way because we are addicted to the chaos and the fear and the frustration. It's easy to focus on that. Right, there's wins and lessons. How do I deal with the roommate that's so negative? You don't react to them. You don't react to them. Keep it simple. Like when you're talking with somebody who is complaining and being negative and they're talking to you, just do this while they're talking. So they're talking right now. They're telling you, let's say like for 30 seconds, right? They're talking. Instead of doing this, Right. Right. Yeah. Do this. See where it takes you. When I realized I didn't have to nod my head when people were complaining, I was like, wow, that's amazing. That person just wanted to dump that toxic energy. Stop agreeing with people when they say negative sentences. More questions. Book recommendations. A couple of good, simple, powerful reads that you can keep on reading over and over again are The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And another one is You Are a Bad ASS by Jen Sincero. Those are a couple good ones. Simple, powerful. Have I ever walked away to compose myself? Absolutely. When people gaslight, when people are abusive, when people are emotionally abusive and have us feeling out of our minds, yeah, you just walk away. Just go for a walk. I'm glad that we're friends now. I'm glad that you just found me. For those of you that just found me, my name is Nicky Scorpio. I am the introvert that speaks up. I've done many different things spiritually and holistically to crack my code, and I share that information with you because I don't believe in gatekeeping. What I teach when I do one-on-ones is emotional intelligence, and that's you feeling your feelings and not feeling bad about feeling them. So when other people do things that are hateful or fearful, whatever their intention is, you can just observe, observe, observe. Observe yourself, observe them, observe where your mind goes to. Find that fascinating instead of reacting to it. Acknowledging that you're angry, acknowledging that you're sad, acknowledging that you've experienced abuse and trauma in your life, and not making that a shameful thing. And instead of hiding who you are, lean into who you are and embrace who you are. And when you tell other people who you are without guilt and without shame, you get unconditional love and truth. And all the rest of the people show their true colors and you remove them. And then you start getting addicted to saying, no, we're not for everybody. We are not for everyone on planet Earth. Some people just need to be angry because that's their karma, that's their life lesson. Rawr, okay, cool. Anger and anger and anger and anger and suppressing it and only being angry is going to get you in the hospital. Enjoy that. Not over here. Yes, exactly. Exactly to that person who just said that. Yes, everyone who's in a bad relationship says the other person is narcissistic. Easy. Easy to say that. Easy to say that. Easy to say that. 100%. That's why I started getting curious because I'm like, this person isn't a narcissist. That's easy to put somebody in a box like that. It's easy to say that. That person was taught not to show their emotions. That person was taught not to express themselves. So yes, absolutely. Sometimes we just need to walk away. Yes, I think my advice applies broadly regardless of race. I speak from a place of universal truth. Universal truth. I'm not naive. Some places, especially in America, there's no time to talk about mental health and anxiety. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. We're bringing this into the music industry, into the entertainment industry, into the mainstream to talk about consciousness. That's why, I don't know if you've noticed this, the whole of the planet Earth is changing. That's why when people say something now, when they like something, they say, oh, that's a vibe. You know, the vibes, good vibes. What's a vibe? Vibration. What is vibration? Frequency. We're going into a conscious world. We're ahead of the curve. This is our time. This is our time to be alive. I do this for people who live in neighborhoods where there's liquor stores on every single corner store, where there's bars on the windows of their homes. Please don't think I'm naive. Please don't be fooled by the suit. I'm doing this so we can bring this into the mainstream so people in India and Latin America and Africa and Australia and China and Japan and Russia can all say, like, you know what? I feel my feelings all over the world. And I'm not crazy. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not going to listen to my parents and my grandparents telling me how to live because they were traumatized. Where did I grow up? I grew up in West Berkeley by the waterfront, by the train tracks. What's up, South Africa? Thank you. Self-healing. Self-healing. Let's talk about self-healing. So, Dr. Joe Dispenza is one example. One example of somebody who visualized himself getting healed and they healed themselves. He visualized his surgery over and over again. Do you hear that person singing in the background? There's a guy who lives in the neighborhood where I live and he sings. And it's literally snowing outside right now and he is singing. I love life, man. I love New York. I love Manhattan. I really do. I love culture. I love diversity. I think this is the greatest time to be alive. Do you know why it's the greatest time to be alive? Because this is the first time we can actually have a conversation like this as a people. Word, what's up? Love Berkeley. We're going to do a meditation in a little bit. We're going to. How can I feel good about being single? Be good in the really uncomfortable parts. Be good in the really shaky energy. Be comfortable within that. Be really, really, really okay with being uncomfortable. My zodiac sign, believe it or not, surprise, surprise, is a Scorpio. I know Jesus loves me. His name's not even Jesus, and he loves me even more. He's closer to me than the air that I breathe. Thank you. When's my birthday? The day before Halloween. Do you hear the homie outside? Do you hear him? Do you hear him? Your mom's birthday is Halloween? That's what's up. Life is good. Listen, my whole message, my whole thing, and again, this isn't my message. This is not my message. It's just I channel. There's other people who channel. This is a collective message. I want for you to be good with your sadness. I want for you to be okay with your depression. I want for you to stop feeling like you need to hold it inside and not tell people about it. Jesus has different names. Some call him Yeshua, some call him Yehoshai, some call him Jesus. Yes, Christine, what's up? It's okay to be not okay. It's okay to be angry. It's fine. I love that. If you want to go live with me sometime, send me a message on Instagram. Go to my profile, tap the Instagram. I love that. If you want to go live with me sometime, send me a message on Instagram. Go to my profile, tap the Instagram. Christine, you said something to the moderator. I want for you to honor and acknowledge your feelings. Send me a message on my Instagram. Go to my profile, tap the Instagram box, and then send me a message that way. People don't want to be around real feelings because that's what you were taught. That's not true. I go into business meetings talking about mental health and childhood trauma and stuff like that because that's who I am. That's what I stand for. When you tell people, oh, okay, oh, you need to go pretty soon. Okay, yeah, okay, amazing. Yeah, congratulations. Get to that money. Get that. Absolutely. If you believe that people don't want to be around you when you show your feelings, that is your truth. How do you stop trying to save people when they're negative? You stop trying to save people. It's not, like, who are we to save people? What are we saving them from? We don't know their destiny. We don't know their karma. We don't know why they're here. We don't know what they're going through. We don't know how they think. We're just projecting onto them that they need to be saved. What's wrong with them? How do you move on from past mistakes? You realize that there are no mistakes. You're always doing the best you can with the information you have. You're not a bad person. Bad people. Yes, I am giving dangerous advice, Tammy. Yes, I am giving dangerous advice. This is the most dangerous advice that anyone can ever give. Congratulations. Now what do we do, Tammy? Now what, Tammy? Now what do we do, Tammy? What on earth do we do, Tammy? Now that I'm telling people to love themselves and to forgive themselves and that there's nothing wrong with them, what should we do now? Call the police, Tammy. Call them. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? It never stops. What trauma did I overcome? Mental, verbal, physical, and otherwise forms of abuse for years with different people. Depression. Incarceration. Abandonment. PTSD. I questioned my existence. Didn't want to be alive. Remember staring at the train, thinking if I took 3 more steps and I could end all of this pain. And I started to understand that I kept on choosing anger and kept on choosing depression. It's not sad. It's not sad. I'm not a victim. It's not sad. It's not sad. There's no victims over here. How do you think that I'm able to help people and coach people? How do you think that I'm able to be so on fire for you? Everything that you're going through right now is building your character. Everything that you're going through right now is building your character so that you're spiritually bulletproof. So that you are able to receive the love. I don't need to watch the Super Bowl. I don't support the whole like ideology beyond sports. I love sports. I love football. I love sports. Super Bowl culture is garbage. Absolutely, Scuds. Thank you. Super Bowl is garbage. They hustle artists. They hustle people. Like, what's her name? Mary J. Blige. She's not getting paid to perform. Legendary. Legendary. Okay. Yes. So really, you can wake up every single day and have a blank canvas. You can have a blank canvas. Why is she not getting paid? Because like people get paid off of exposure. It's garbage. The same reason why Janet Jackson got canceled and Justin Timberlake didn't. It's garbage. The whole entertainment industry is changing, and the whole premise of society is changing. That's why I'm telling you, like, look beyond your circumstances and refocus your hashtags and your attention. This is the greatest time to be alive. It's garbage. We know that it's broken. This isn't our first time here. We know that society can be better. We're not going to be frustrated and depressed and angry about it and just sit down and cry. We're going to do something about it with our tears, with our anger. We're going to do something about it. We're not just going to sit here and click the angry emoji. Okay? Feel your feelings. I want for you to honor your depression and honor your sadness. Honor who you are. Do you believe, you're just ask me a very, very specific question because you're projecting onto me what you believe and want for me to believe the same in order for you to think that what I'm saying is valid. And if I say yes, then you say, okay, then I'm going to listen to him. And if I say no, then there's no critical thinking and now I'm evil and I'm a bad person. I respect that you have a different belief than other people in this live stream. I want to know if you can have your beliefs and not look for validation from me. What does it matter what I believe? What does it matter? How do you feel when you listen to me? How do you feel when you look into my eyes? How do you feel? What do you see? When you look into my eyes, what do you see? When you hear my words, what do you hear? That are not my words at all. My whole message is unconditional love. God was about that. Jesus is about that. So what does it matter what I believe? Okay. I'm going to answer one more question, then we're going to manifest together. Hold on, let me see. So you understand what I'm saying, but you don't know how to apply it. Let's talk about that. So in simple terms, what I'm saying is, if you want to have peace within who you are, if you want to be happy within who you are, regardless of other circumstances, start to be curious. Start to be curious with the choices that you make. Start to be curious with the decisions that you have. Start to question why your mind goes to the place that it goes to. Be curious. Be curious. Okay? When you are curious, you get inner peace. Give me a minute. I need to go. I'm, with all this ascension going on, I drink tons of this water, and a Scorpio's got to do what a Scorpio's got to do. I'll be back in like a minute. I love you. Talk to people in the live stream. If you have any questions about life, somebody in this live stream is a healer and is intelligent too. I'm not the smartest person in this room. I will be right back. I love you. Thank you. I am in New York. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Okay. Berkeley, California. That's where I'm from. The nickel and dime. Okay. Oh, please tell me what I don't have and what I do have. I love when people talk about me. What are we talking about me? What are we saying about me? I don't have the cure? What's the sickness? Thank you. Thank you. What's the sickness? Thank you. Somebody's saying that I don't have the cure. Yes, you can definitely be a moderator. Thank you for asking, Marquise. Just please do not be afraid to block people. If somebody, by the way, for the moderators, if somebody's calling me Peaky Blinders and all that nonsense, that's fine. We can crack jokes, and I know that's the only original comment that people can come up with. But if somebody's really on some like, Jesus is gonna come down and smite you and strike you with lightning, you're evil, then send them off to go to a live stream where someone's like, if you can make me talk, then I'll leave. Or for like the weird random European girl in spandex live stream, because this is about unconditional love. Being a moderator isn't cool. Being a moderator is because you're a spiritual person and you want to keep the energy in a good place. It's not about getting attention, okay? Thank you. I know you want to be a moderator. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's talk. Let me see. Why do people do that? If you can make me talk, I'll leave my live stream. Because this is a great question. The reason why people do things is because they see other people do them. The reason why people think the way they do is because somebody else taught them to think that way. And here's something else for you to understand. That if you can step outside of that reality and not even know, like, for example, what if you woke up and you didn't know what an opinion was? What if you woke up and didn't know what an opinion was? What if you didn't know people had opinions about you? Think about that. That's what I do. And then when I see that people are expressing how they feel about me, I know from the work that I've done that the reason why people don't like me is because they don't like themselves. What if you didn't know that it was wrong to feel sad or angry or depressed? What if you didn't know? Thank you. What if you didn't know that? What if nobody ever taught you that? What if nobody ever taught you don't express your true feelings? What if you didn't know that by certain ages you were expected to have certain things? Absolutely, Colleen. This page isn't about me. Thank you. I acknowledge you. Thank you for acknowledging me. I want for people to have a space where they can go to heal and feel like they're not crazy. Right. You always thought that it was wrong in the way that society works. We are understanding that society's broken. I want for the person who keeps on writing that Jesus Christ is the way. I get that, and I respect your belief. I want to know if you are capable of understanding that Jesus loves everybody, everyone, and that the book, if your beliefs say otherwise, that is a mistranslation. If you think that God and Jesus don't love gay people and trans people and people of color and, people that are everything except for white, blonde hair and blue-eyed or whatever weird belief, Budweiser drinking beliefs you have about how God is, reevaluate. Let's get rid of some of those people who are afraid. I just want for you to understand that we are not meant to take care and please everybody. We are not for everyone. What if you are pagan? Christianity borrowed from pagan culture, from pagan religion. And Egyptian. I'm a truth seeker. I love God. I love Jesus. Stuff was borrowed. It was borrowed. Yes, it is a cap. Yes, it is a cap. Yes. Anything that I don't believe is a lie. Anything that I don't believe is a lie. I need to be told what to do from somebody who looks like me. I need to be told what to do from somebody who looks like me. And if something is different than that, I'm not going to do 1 second of research in the information age. How do you book a session? You go to my profile, you tap book time with me. Hold on, I need to acknowledge this comment. You go to my profile, you tap book time with me, and there's a Calendly. Hold on, I need to acknowledge this. I love Michigan. Bro just assumed Christians are beer drinking, racist, hillbilly white guys. Nope. Nope. Not what I said. Nope, not what I said. It's not what I said. The people who put me down, the people who are the trolls, 99% of the time have this skin color, don't know their roots, do not do 1 second of research, and are 40, 50, 60 years old plus. The rest of the people are just like 13-year-olds that are on TikTok that just want attention and they're just trolling. They're just having fun. Or the person who's telling me that I'm evil and I'm wrong and Jesus is the answer and I'm going to die if I don't believe in Jesus and that he's coming down to kill us all or whatever belief that's going on is somebody who found Jesus later, which I get that because I found God when I went through the hardest time in my life and I saw the light of God. It's just before you weren't feeling that way. And now all of a sudden that you are, that's the only way to be. Like other people think differently. And again, God loves everybody and your spiritual beliefs are for you. And I want to know if you can critically think and be around people who disagree with you. And if not, let me watch the numbers go down and the numbers go up and the numbers go down. I don't need your validation. The difference between me and you for the person who's coming at me from a place of fear is I do research. I go to the root of religion and spirituality. I love God so much that I have to know the truth of all truths, of all truths, of all truths. You just love God because you love God. You love knowing that there's a higher power. And at the same time, it helps you to be told what to do and how to think. That's the difference between us. And I don't think that I'm better than you. I did study when I was incarcerated. Yes. If you want to know more about God and spirituality, sign up for the Gaia Network. Did I research Hollywood? I lived in Hollywood. I've been to the A-list, B-list, C-list parties. I know those people. That's why I started teaching emotional intelligence. Because all the other people that are networking are desperate and just want to book the gig and they don't even read the person's eyes. I'm not about exposing the elites. That's stupid. What I'm doing is I'm exposing society. I'm exposing the whole entire culture. I'm exposing the fact that everybody thinks that it's broken and like not really a lot of people were doing something about it before. And now like we're tired of this nonsense. I'm exposing the fact that women get hustled every single step of the way. And it is men who create wars. And there is a new alpha male who expresses his feelings and doesn't need to attack other people and can critically think. And society needs to cry and yell and get nurtured and love and heal. Let me go get my charger. 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on. 1 second, please. I'm going to do the meditation in a minute. We're going to do that. Hold on. Earthquake. Oh, come here. There we go. All right. Let's talk. Thank you. I was many moons ago. When, for those of you who don't know, when you grow up without a father figure, you are more likely to be incarcerated. You are more likely to have anger issues. You are more likely to be scattered. You are more likely to get attracted to chaos and to anger and to fear because you are looking for a role model. And society has taught you that men have big personalities and are strong and are angered and big. Okay? I did that. I experienced that. Well, that explains a few things. Well, now all my judgments and assessments of this guy are correct. Thank goodness. Now I know he talks that way because he's been to jail. Now I can put him in the box that I wanted to put him in. I thought that I knew that he fit in that box. Now that he's in that box, he's this way, and he's this way, and he's that way. Whew. I almost had to critically think for a second. Phew. Woo, what if I had to critically think for a second? Wow, dodged that bullet. What if I told you that I hang out in Southampton? What if I told you that I have friends in Beverly Hills? What if I told you that I hang out with millionaires? What then? Where do we go from here? What do we do now? Whoops. Excuse me, Bob, we're going to need to expand the box. We need to have another box to put him in, another box. Can we get another box to put him in this other category because he's not fitting in that category in our belief system? I don't live in Beverly Hills. I know people who do. Thank you. Any thoughts on cancel culture? Yes, we're canceling the cancel culture. I got jokes, man. I got jokes. All right, one more question and then we're going to manifest. We can talk about relationships. We can also talk about this at the same time. You said that I hate poor people? My mom used to work 5 jobs a week when I was in high school. My mom used to have to go to the corner store to buy a bag of M&Ms to pretend that the green ones were broccoli, the orange ones were carrots, and the yellow ones were corn. Who hates who? Tell me more about who I am. Please, I got all day. Good. If you want to start a session with me, you go to my profile, you tap the link in my bio, you tap book time with me. There's a thing that says Calendly. When you go to Calendly, that goes through PayPal. Even if you don't have PayPal, it will direct you through that. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes. There's a calendar. You will coordinate that with my schedule, with yours. It'll tell you the availabilities that are open for you to book time with me. It's $25 for a half an hour. It's $45 for an hour. If you book 4 sessions, it is $50 for 2 hours or $90 for 4 hours. Okay. Otherwise, you just hang out here if you're balling on a budget and getting richer and richer every single day, because remember, we're not speaking into existence that we're poor or we're broke. Just hang out. I drop free knowledge. Okay. So how to stop being angry with myself and past mistakes. And we can also talk about relationships at the same time. Everything in our life is perspective. Everything in life is perspective. You are telling yourself a story. And then every step of the way, you are validating that story. And you get other people in your life to validate that life is that way. The reason why we are judging ourselves and the reason why we do not have happiness in the relationships that we have are because of perspectives, are because of stories, are because of we've been listening to every other person on planet Earth except for ourselves. If you really, really, really think about it, like I said at the beginning of this live stream, the reason why you are experiencing depression, the reason why you are experiencing anxiety, the reason why you don't like yourself is all because of other people. All because other people told you how to be and how to feel and how to look and how to dress and how to judge and how to talk and how to walk. I am a certified loon. Yes, I am. Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally out of my mind. Now what do we do? Dr. JP. Doctors don't even get one class about nutrition. Tell me I'm crazy. How should I dress tomorrow for you and talk to you tomorrow, you manly man? Tell me more how to be a real man like you, Dr. JP. I don't even think you're a doctor. And if you are a doctor, you don't even know about nutrition. You don't even know what maca roots can do. You don't even know what ashwagandha can do. Please get out of here. Word. Moderators, do not be afraid to block people. I don't need to cancel people and all that different stuff. I just really want to keep the energy in a good place. Oh, man. We are telling ourselves a story. We are telling ourselves a story. Ashwagandha is legal. What are you talking about? Ashwagandha is legal. You can go online and you can buy ashwagandha right now. Okay. Yes, my hat is really too big. Now what do we do? Okay, so moving forward. How do I stop being angry with myself and past mistakes? The reason why we are where we are is because of the stories that we are telling ourselves. We are telling ourselves a story. Buy me a smaller hat and tell me how to dress tomorrow so you can be happy. We are telling ourselves a story. We are telling ourselves that we are happy. We are telling ourselves and convincing ourselves that we are sad or that we are angry or that we don't like these things. And again, the whole thing I want for you to take away, if all the other stuff you haven't heard it, I want for you to start being curious about why you have the reactions. Why you don't have to. What do I know? I know nothing. I'm just a mere reflection of you. Thank you. I'm walk this. Thank you. There are stories that we tell ourselves. There are stories over and over and over again. There's a guy outside who's singing. He likes to sing. Over and over again, we keep on validating life as this way and that way and this way and that way, not even critically thinking. I want for you to start being curious. For example, for the people that are you're hearing me. This is what emotional intelligence is. This is why being vulnerable and being open is powerful. Do you see how we're having a conversation about unconditional love and we're talking about mental health and anxiety and depression? And do you see factually, again, it's not my opinion, it's not your opinion, it is the truth. That other people, while we're having a conversation that might be difficult for some people or uncomfortable for some people, that people want to grow, people want to cry, they want to express their emotions, that factually other people have to talk about how I dress. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's emotional intelligence. So in real life, when I'm having these conversations with people and they go the other direction, or they have this conversation in any way, shape, or form to distract or to, move the conversation in another direction, I stop talking to those people because those people are not my people. They're not for me. And I'm not obligated to take care of that person or make that person feel happy. And I want for you to have the same energy. That's why I love the trolls, because people are like, oh my God, I love how you deal with the trolls and the people who are hurtful and hateful. I want to book some time with you because I have trolls in my family. I'm like, word, I got you. That's what emotional intelligence is. That's what emotional intelligence is. Watch where people go to, choosing the emotions they choose, choosing the way to express it they express, choosing it. Feeling so justified, feeling so righteous. I have to tell this to this person. I have to tell this person this. I have to say this. I have to. I'm not even going to pause and react. Emotional intelligence has you take, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds before you react. Where am I? I'm in Manhattan. So if you got trolls in your life, if you want to remove them, hit me up. Troll removal service. Book time with me. I got you. What I teach is emotional intelligence. We're going to manifest in a second. Start double tapping the screen and share this with somebody you want to see level up. Why do I give them my time? Because I can handle them. Because other people, right? Yes, right now in the comment section, if you have people in your life who put you down, who are mentally, verbally, emotionally, or physically abusive with you, and you have to deal with them from time to time. This is why I love the trolls. Because the trolls are in live effect showing right now how hateful people can be when somebody's talking about unconditional love. And what I do with them is when they say you're stupid, I say, yes, yes, I am. I'm the dumbest person on planet Earth. Now what do we do? And while they're talking to me, when their family members are trolling and when people in my life are being abusive, I look at them and I'm like, wow, this person hates themselves. This person hates themselves. I should just sit here and just watch them and not react to anything and not take any of that personally. Thank you. I'm good with the trolls. Thank you. How do you get notified of my live? You go to my profile, you tap the top right-hand corner, and it should get notified. Otherwise, follow me on Instagram. If you go to my profile, tap the Instagram logo. I post when I'm going live. Thank you. I do dress really well, and sometimes I put on a t-shirt and show my tattoos, and people are like, wait a second, what happened to the suit? And I'm like, haha, now you have to stop judging other people when you walk around and be friends with somebody who looks different than you do. I try to go live every single day around 11:30 or 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and evenings it can be random. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lou. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so share this with somebody you want to see level up. We're going to manifest. We're going to do this. We do this every single time. We do this every single live stream. This is for all faiths, for all backgrounds. It's the exact same thing as conscious collective prayer. If you are more of a praying person, same thing. Double tap the screen. It helps bring in more light workers and more people who are healers and more people who don't have this kind of family. Thank you. Thank you. My style loves you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for being yourself. Thank you for being better and better every single day. You can pray to you if you're more of a praying to God person. If you pray to Jesus, like pray to who you believe in. You know, Most High, the Most High. It's just, respectfully that some people in here think differently than we do, and we're going to respect that because we know we're protected and we know our truth, right? We know our truth, right? We don't shame other people for their spiritual and religious beliefs in this family. We don't do that. Remember when you were young? Did you celebrate Thanksgiving? Did you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, holidays with your family? Did you know that people believed spiritually and religiously different than you when you were younger? Did you? You didn't. You just liked hanging out with your family because it felt good, right? And then some people started getting older and some people got divorced and some people died and moved on. And then the whole dynamic changed, didn't it? Okay. We are craving family. We are craving that mom, dad, grandma, grandpa energy. As a society, we're craving love. We are sad. We're traumatized. We're learning how to process our emotions. We want to be around people who love us as we are. Before we manifest, I just want for you to know why we're doing what we're doing right now, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and why I am here, and why I stream live pretty much 7 days a week. I wanted friends. I shot a video. I was new to TikTok around October. I shot a video. I wanted friends. I said, are you spiritual? Do you feel like there's a lot going on? Are you artistic? Let's be friends. And then all these people left all these comments telling me, yes, I feel like there's a lot going on. I'm miserable. I hate my life. And I went to their pages and I'm like, wow, everybody's smiling though. Nobody's saying that they're actually sad, but all these people are saying that they're sad. I can't wait to talk with you too, Elaine. I can't wait for you to book a session with me too. Some of you have been rocking with me since like day one. Like moderator Lexus, she's a super homie. So, right, but society is fronting though. So then I realized nobody really wants to tell people that they're not okay, and that's the one thing. And Flo and the super homie Flo, moderator. And we're so used to telling people that we're okay all the time, even though we're not okay. We're so used to telling people everything's okay, even when we're one step away from ending it all. Right? We're not used to unconditional love. I want for you to get used to having people around you who love you as you are, so that you can remove that concept from your life and just tell people how you truly feel. It is a process. It is a process. It's fine if you don't feel anything. It's fine if you're numb. It's fine if you're depressed. It's fine if you have anxiety. It's fine if you're lying down right now and you are trying your hardest not to cry and not to show your anger. We want for you to release that. Let it out. And I'm talking to you. You think that I'm not. You think I'm talking to the other 300 people. I don't care if there's 300 million people in here. Release your tears. Release that tightness in your chest. Release it. Breathe into it. Lean into it. I don't care that this is uncomfortable for some people and they crack jokes. I don't care. I'm not for you. I'm for the person who doesn't want to be alive, because when you keep on going, it gets better. And when you tell people how you truly feel, it gets better. Thank you. It gets better. I'm doing this. I create these live streams. I stream live because this isn't about me. We want to have people around us that love us as we are. Simple. What's up, Flo? Everybody show love to the moderator, Flo. He is an intuitive. He's also a great person. Powerful. Thank you. I want for you to get used to being around people who love you as you are. I want for you to understand there's another perspective outside of the abuse and the narcissism and the gaslighting and denying the anger and the sadness and the frustration. Lean into it. When you release your tears, it takes courage to cry. It takes courage to show people that you're not okay. It's easy to be strong and to hold all of that inside. That's what everybody else does. And you know what happens when people do that? They get hospital bills. They get sick. I don't want that for you. So if you want friends, you have them right here. If you want people in your life that are saying, look, if you want to have friends, just say like, friend me. Now you can have new people in your life who love you as you are. All right. So let's do it. Let's manifest. Let's do it. Okay. Thank you. All right. Let's do it. Thank you. All right. So, yes, and it's 111 over here, and it's 1111 where you are, so perfect time to manifest. There we go. All right, so double tap the screen, share this with somebody you want to see level up. We're going to manifest. We're going to do this. We do this every single time, and you deserve this, and this is for you. The way that we manifest is you make your beliefs larger than life. Make your beliefs bigger than your current circumstances. Stop focusing on your poverty. Stop focusing on your bank account. Stop focusing on your age. Stop focusing on the story that you memorized by heart. Let go of all of that. Let go of all of that fear. Let go of all your obligations, all of your priorities, and prepare yourself, because there's going to be over 200 people or 200 million people. It doesn't matter. All that matters is every single person who's here right now is going to be praying or manifesting for you, and you're going to be doing the same thing for them. This is for all faiths, for all backgrounds, for all races, for all ethnicities, for all walks of life, for everybody, all across the board. Okay. Right. What religion am I? I'm a truth seeker. All religions have something to teach. I love God. He's closer to me than the air that I breathe. Don't let human constructs distract you from the fact that I love you and you love me and we're the same. So, in order to receive this, it's really, really, really important that you tap into the power of your beliefs. It's important that you believe this. It is important that you believe this. Because if you don't believe it, you're not going to get it. Your three-dimensional mind is used to things being right in front of you. You don't understand that it's being proven over and over and over again that the more you visualize something, the more that you feel it, that it can be created and it can be designed for you. And even Jesus talked about speaking things into existence and praying into existence. Okay? Yes. What's up, Andy? How you doing, man? Nice to see you again. Everybody follow the super homie Andy Peterson 30. So, take a drink of water. There are 3 different things that I say anytime that I do a group prayer, meditation, manifestation, hypnosis, anything of the sort, when there's other people involved. Thank you. Appreciate you, broski. There are 3 different things that I say in order for me to receive what I know I deserve. I tell myself that I believe this. So my mind is really like, okay, this is a real thing. I make my beliefs larger than life. I say I receive this. So that my body, mind, and soul are like, okay, I'm actually worthy of receiving this. I receive the fact that other people are going to be sending love to me. And I say, I trust this. Okay? I believe this. You say it out loud. It's more powerful. However, and don't be afraid if other people are judging you. If they're judging you, they're judging themselves. Okay? I believe this. I receive this and I trust this. And I really, really want for you to understand, you might not be used to other people showing you love in this way. This might feel really uncomfortable for you. This might feel really weird for you. However, we see you and we love you and you deserve it. Well, we are going to manifest for you and pray for you, however you want to phrase it. Yes, you deserve it. There you go. What we are going to focus on for you is happiness, true happiness. Like my intention, you can go ahead and take this one. This is a good one. I like to drop gems. My intention in life is I choose to be happy when nobody's looking. I want to be happy when nobody's looking. So we're gonna see you being happy. We're going to visualize you being happy in a way that you've never felt before. So this isn't a normal day. Hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm happy. No, it is. It's happy. It's happy. It's happy. It's like, yes. When I'm closing my eyes, when I'm visualizing, when I'm manifesting, I am screaming out the window right outside because I made it. My name is like, shut up. And I'm like, no, I just hit the abundance. I just did the abundance. The best kind of dance is the abundance. I just got the big payday. I'm out of here. See you later, morons. I'm out of here. I'm happy. Okay? So make your happiness larger than life and find a way to make it real. In hypnosis, they do this. Turn up the colors, turn up the brightness, turn up the sounds, make it real. There you go. I got jokes. We also manifest financial freedom. So some of you think that you have to struggle and suffer in order for God to love you, in order for you to be a real person. You think that you have to work really, really hard and exhaust yourself and hustle and hustle and hustle until you're completely and totally burnt out in order to be a more authentic person. And the people that you hang out with have the exact same belief system. And when you actually start knowing your worth and your value and what your price is and where people should meet you at, you're going to have to lose some people along the way and just be okay with that because better people are coming. Thank you. You can help the homeless, Michelle. First, help yourself. Help yourself first. The more we love ourselves, the more everything else falls into place. And the powerful love we can give to people comes from a place of 100% self-love. Okay? We do not have to struggle in order to be authentic. Turn up all of your senses when you are visualizing yourself. So when we're manifesting for you financial freedom, visualize yourself in your home. Visualize yourself going to the grocery store. What are you buying? Look at yourself handing your debit card or your credit card and not even caring about the total cost because you know you can afford it. Visualize yourself traveling. If you say you always self-sabotage, your ego is going to keep on giving you more self-sabotage. Speak into existence who you are now. No more negative self-talk. I have an assignment for you before we do this. I want you to write this down in your notes. Listen to yourself when you talk. Watch the words you speak. Be aware of how powerful you are because you've been manifesting negativity all the time. Now you can manifest positivity by just focusing and acknowledging on the things that are beautiful and that make you feel happy. And you can acknowledge the fact that you have human feelings and there's nothing wrong with that. And be grateful that you feel sadness and depression and anger. How do you watch the words that you speak? After you speak what you say, question what you just said. Question your beliefs. Question why you just said what you said. Question how you feel when other people speak towards you. Question what you believe when business is slow or how the economy is or how you feel around other people. Question why you get angry around other people. Question it. Because the more ungrateful you are, the more you compare yourself to other people, the more you focus on your age, the more you focus on your bank account, the more you say life is hard, the more you say it's difficult, I can't do it, the more truth you get from that truth perspective. It's an addiction. How do you change your self-talk? How do you? There you go. You question it. There's no right or wrong way. You just stop and you start to question what you're speaking into existence and you stop. So for example, if I'm saying, yeah, I love this vacation that I went on, but on Monday I have to go back to work. Then I go, I love this vacation that I went on and on Monday I have to go to work. I love this vacation that I went on and on Monday I'm choosing to go to work. I love going to work. Then it's like, oh, wait, we love going to work? Yes, we love going to work. We love the job we do? We do. That's our new truth? Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Let's go with that. That's our new timeline. Perfect. Like that. Okay? So the reason why these manifestations work is because you are going to understand, your brain is going to understand that there are over 200 people that are looking at you being great. And you're going to be looking at them being great, and you're going to understand you're as good as a company you keep, and you're going to make this real. The next thing we manifest for you is you being able to express yourself and express your emotions and not being shamed and not being put down and teased and humiliated for telling people that you're sad, that you're angry, that you're upset, that you're not okay, that you're depressed, or you're the only person who's happy when the rest of your family is cranky and afraid. We get to go to work. Right. Perspective. Okay. Question. Exactly. There you go. Question your decisions. All right. So some of you are not used to having these things. Some of you think that if you tell people how you truly feel, that they're going to put you down and they're going to attack you and they're going to shame you and they're going to mock you and they're going to tease you. Not in this timeline. Not in this world we're going into. It's not how it works here. Now you're going to understand the more that you show people that you're sad, the more you show people that you are depressed, the more you do that, the more truth you get. There's no middle ground. Okay? And the final one is, yes, I will speed this up. I just want for people to get this and to get used to this. Thank you. Thank you for the communication. And the final one is we're going to manifest health for you. So if you do not feel healthy, you're going to visualize yourself going to the doctor's office and the doctor says there's nothing wrong with you. Everything's fine. And you're going to feel how good that feels. And you're going to see other people feeling that way and congratulating you and being excited that you have all these things. So let's do this. Let go of your day. Let go of your priorities. Let go of your obligations, your expectations, your comparisons, your validations. Let go of that story that you tell yourself every single day. Let go of all that negativity. Please block the trolls. Please block people who are doing stuff like this. Bye. See you later. I do try too hard. See you later. Bye, bye, bye. Angry, angry, angry. Fear, fear, fear. Okay. Here we go. We're going to manifest. We do this every single day. When I'm on, we do this together. I manifest for you. You manifest for me. We manifest for each other. We pray for each other. We all level up. We all win. People send me DMs all the time. This works. This is a real thing. I've been leveling up, and I know that that's because of all the love you show me. Thank you for sending me love and protection, because I send love and protection to other people in here who really need it. Okay, so what we're going to do, you do not have to close your eyes. However, what is powerful is to project in front of you all the things that you want in your life, all the greatness that you want in your life. Project it forward like a movie projector. Turn up the colors, turn up the brightness, turn up the sound. Make it real. Make it real. Manifestation is belief. Remember, there's 3 different things that you say. You say, I believe this, I receive this, and I trust this. And really, really feel how good it feels to have that belief that you're like, wow, 200 people are really going to manifest for me, that, and they see me. It's not that they're hoping that I'm getting that. They're actually seeing it for me. They're actually seeing me being all these different things, right? That's amazing. Oh, that's so great. I love that. That's powerful. You're already speaking it into existence. So make it real and walk yourself through the feelings and really, really turn up the feeling of happiness in a way you've never felt before. And if you feel tingles, and if you feel tears, and if you feel anger, if it feels really uncomfortable, you're going to get it anyway. So make it real, make it big, make it powerful, and really understand that you deserve this. Okay, so let me take a drink of water. All right, here we go. So I want for you to take a slow, deep breath with your eyes open or closed. Take a slow, deep breath and fill yourself up with all the feelings of what you want. So if you just want happiness, if you just want peace, if you just want health, or maybe you want all of those things, you want prosperity, whatever your intention is, fill yourself up. Start at the bottom of your feet. Fill yourself up all the way to the top of your head. And understand that when you fill yourself up, you are now, when you exhale, you are now radiating all of that greatness, and you are sending greatness to other people. Okay, so see if you can actually feel the energy. See if you can actually feel all the things that you want in your life and make it real and make it big. I like to visualize myself as stars and shooting stars and planets with the white light connected to my body coming from God. You can visualize yourself as just white light or purple light or whatever, as long as you know that is light and love, that is truth. Okay, and here we go. Take a slow breath in. Make it real and make it powerful, and understand that you deserve this. Here we go. Breathe in. All right, here we go. This is for you. We all see it for you, and you deserve this. Everybody in this live stream is happy, truly happy. Happy because they know what they're doing, even when other people think they don't. Happy because they know everybody falls down and slips up sometimes, and that's fine, because bigger picture, they're a good person. Happy because they're following their intuition more. They're understanding that if people don't like them, that they don't like themselves. Happy because they forgive themselves and they forgive other people. Happy because they started telling themselves a new story and changing their perspectives on the trauma and on the abuse. Happy because they found out that they are a leader in their own way. Happy because they know they are supported and they know that they are loved, regardless of their circumstances. Happy because they know that the universe and God and everything that they believe in is always working in their favor, and that they've been misinterpreting before, and now they understand that everything is always working in their favor. That's why they're so truly happy. And all of these people who are so truly happy are looking at you, and we're seeing the same, and you look amazing. This life suits you. Feel how good it feels to have people that are looking at you as you are, unedited, raw, with the story you have, with the past that you have, and loving you. Successful people, look at how successful they are, and that they recognize you as the same, with the clothes that you're wearing, with the bank account that you have, with the age that you are. Visualize yourself, see your emotions, see yourself being happy, see yourself being sad, see yourself being angry, see yourself being depressed, and see these people still loving you and still wanting to be your friend and still having opportunities for you in personal, in your romantic life, in business, everywhere you go. Visualize yourself knowing who you are, understanding that you lead in your own way, having that deep understanding that you've always known what you're doing, and that you don't need validation from other people. Feel how good it feels to have people in your life who love you as you are, and understand that you deserve that. And we see you, and you deserve to be happy like this for the rest of your life. You deserve greatness, and we see you, and it suits you. Congratulations, you deserve it. Breathe into it and receive it. It's yours. Amazing. You deserve that. You look great. You deserve to be that happy. And I'm talking to you. You think that I'm not. You think I'm talking to the other 200 people that are looking at you. I'm not talking to you. You deserve that. Now, everybody in this live stream is financially free. Healthy beliefs around money. Knowing that they don't have to work hard and exhaust themselves anymore and burn themselves out anymore. Getting surprise checks, surprise cash, surprise direct deposits, getting that interview, getting that job that they wanted. Going to the grocery store, buying healthy food, not even thinking about the total cost. Going out to restaurants, being able to travel, not thinking about the bill. Working smart, getting paid to do what they love. Financial freedom, generational wealth. All of these people who are so truly financially free are looking at you, and we're seeing the same. FaceTiming you and seeing you wake up in your home in your comfortable bed. How comfortable does it feel? Feel the fabrics, feel the sheets, feel the comforter, feel the comfort, feel the sun on your face. Feel how safe you are, how protected you are in your amazing home. Feel how good it feels to understand that you deserve that. Because you have had a good heart, because you are a good person, because you were kind to others, and because you actually started speaking up for yourself. You started being more focused on your thoughts and your perspective and telling yourself you know that you're a good person. You know that you're validated. You stopped comparing yourself. You started being more grateful for every single thing that you had, and you let go of that frustration. You let go of that anger. You honor that sadness. You express your emotions. You are so kind to yourself now, and you understand that you are not obligated to take care of people who are constantly angry and who put you down and who attack you. You are financially free. Now you have people in your life who are adding value and teaching you new ways to be financially free. Feel how good it feels to have that. Maybe you're the first person in your life, in your family, in your lineage who actually has financial freedom. And see all these other people. We're congratulating you. We love seeing you win. You deserve to have people in your life who love seeing you win, who are adding value and teaching you new ways, new streams of revenue. You don't fall for the trap when they tell you the economy's bad. You're financially free. You deserve this. Starting up a business, getting clients every single day, waking up on fire for who you are, loving who you are. We see you and understand that you deserve to have great people in your life who do not put you down, who do not shame you, who are teaching you new ways to be financially free and adding value to your life. And you deserve to be financially free for the rest of your life. And we see you. You've got it. You look amazing. Congratulations. You deserve this. Breathe into it and receive it. It's yours. Amazing. Congratulations. We see you. You deserve that. Now, everybody in this live stream is respected when they speak their true feelings and their true thoughts and their true emotions, no matter what anybody else thinks. When they say I'm angry, when they say I'm sad, when they say I'm depressed, I'm overwhelmed, they are loved, they are honored, they are respected, they are celebrated. And all of these people who are so respected and so successful because they speak their true feelings and their true thoughts and their true emotions, no matter what anybody else thinks, are looking at you and we're seeing the same. You deserve to tell people you're not okay and to not be put down. We honor your tears. Express yourself. Let out the sadness. Stop holding it inside. It takes courage to cry. It takes courage to say, I'm angry and I'm tired of holding in this pain and this frustration. It's exhausting. I love my feelings. I am tired of telling people that I'm okay when I'm not okay. And all the new people in your life, we see you and we understand. We celebrate you. We hold space for you. You are successful because you are telling your story now. You're giving other people permission and the understanding that they're not alone. It takes courage to tell people that you're not okay. It's easy to judge. You're strong in a new way. We all have a past. We've all made mistakes. And I'm talking to you and we're talking to you when we tell you we understand. You are always doing the best you can. You're not a bad person. You're not a bad son or a bad daughter. You're not a bad mom or a bad dad. You're not. You're a good person. You have a good heart. You deserve to be around people who love you as you are. You deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to have people who love you, who do not want to change you or shame you. And you are now successful because you're following your intuition more, speaking out who you are more, and finding a way to honor yourself and not look for validation from other people. The more you love yourself, the more you tell your story, the more the world loves you, the more we listen. We love who you are. With your scars, with your lines, with your wrinkles, with your stretch marks, with everything that is you, with your pain, with your ups and your downs. We love you as you are. And that used to be difficult for you to understand, and now it feels natural. Now you know that you deserve it through and through. And we see you, and you look amazing. And you deserve all the success we see you with because you are true to yourself. And you deserve that. Congratulations. Breathe into it and receive it. It's yours. Amazing. Congratulations. You deserve to be yourself and be around people who love you and celebrate you as you are. And we see you and you look amazing. Tell us your story. Tell us who you are. We will never put you down. Now, everyone in this live stream is healthy. Truly healthy. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy soul, healthy thoughts, healthy brain, healthy beliefs, healthy love. Going to the doctor, going to the psychologist, going to the psychiatrist. Everyone says we ran all the tests just like we did before, except this time, look, there's nothing wrong with you. We have the results right here. There's nothing wrong with you. You're in perfect health. We can't explain it. However, look, there it is right there. And all of us, look, there's over 200 people that are with you, that are looking at you, and they're congratulating you because you're so healthy. What's your secret? How are you so amazing? How are you so healthy right now? You're looking younger and younger. You look great. How are you so healthy? Healthy cells, healthy blood, healthy bones, healthy joints. Internally and externally. Healthy organs. Glowing. Revitalized. No anxiety, no depression, no pain in your chest, no tightness. Speaking healthy thoughts into existence so you can let go of that sickness and that disease. Because anger and control and fear keeps people sick. And now you love yourself. That's why you're healing. You're forgiving yourself and forgiving others and letting go of the illusion. That's why you're so healthy. You look amazing. All of these people who are so truly healthy, that are respected for speaking their true feelings, that are financially free and truly, truly happy, are looking at you, and we're seeing the same. You look amazing. You deserve to have people in your life who love you as you are, who add value, who celebrate you as you are, and we see you. Because you are speaking up more and trusting yourself more, not responding and reacting to people with negative energy who try to attack, who try to dim your light. You are so healthy and so financially free and so truly happy. Even when nobody's looking, you're happy. You honor your feelings and your emotions. So healthy. And you deserve that. We see you. Congratulations. Breathe into it and receive it. It's yours. Amazing. Feels good. And finally, everyone in this live stream is safe and protected, divinely protected from any energetic attacks, spiritual attacks, from any violence, from any virus, from any fear, from any sickness, from any disease, from any abuse in any way, shape, or form, from anybody internally, externally, indoors, outdoors. You are protected. You are safe everywhere you go. So are your friends. So are your family. So are your loved ones. Breathe into that and receive it. It's yours. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. Love that for us. Thank you. Yes. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. You were sweating. My energy was getting really hot too. Tell me what you felt right now. Tell me if you cried. Tell me if you felt tingles. Tell me if you felt uncomfortable. Tell me what you felt. What'd you feel? Laughter, joy, tingling. I understand, Michelle. Thank you. Tingles, cried, relaxed in peace, ego lifted and floating. Yes, felt different each time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shaking, you cried. Yes, tears, no stress, relaxed, loved. Body got warm, headache went away. Love that. There you go. Smiled. You felt your allergies. Oh, amazing. Thank you, Adriana. Thank you, Adriana. Thank you. I love you too. Sad and peaceful. Tensed. Oh, listen, no matter what, you got it. Your life just changed. There you go. You finally felt okay. Got you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, you manifested for me. Thank you. Thank you. You're powerful. So now the secret is you go out into that world and you operate from that place like you already have it. You didn't miss it. You did not miss it. You did not miss it. You're in the energy right now. All you need to do, if you just hopped on right now, is just feel everything that you want to feel, how good it feels to have it, because you're still in the energy. We are all vibrating at that frequency. You are good. You got it right now. Breathe it all in. Even more. So now when you move forward, don't ask for people, hey, pray for me because I feel this way. Hey, can you please make sure that I'm protected this way and that way? You operate from the place like it already exists. You speak from that place like it already exists. You already have it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. Manifesting chicken wings. Word. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for being yourself. I'm going to hop off. I got to go, kids. Yes, custom 3-piece suit. Yes, absolutely. Manifest more for me so I can manifest more for you. The more information, the more wealth I get, the more I share that. I do not gatekeep information. By the way, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for those of you who go to my profile and send gratuity to the gratuity jar, to the tip jar. You know, bless a Scorpio and I bless you back. You're not obligated to. There's no pressure. It's just real ones recognize real ones. And we understand that this message needs to be in the mainstream. And we all need to heal and choose consciousness and really embrace and love one another and think differently and really acknowledge that we all believe differently. We all see the world differently. And that's fine. Okay? Thank you for being alive. If you want to book a one-on-one with me, and shout out to the person who just did, go to my profile. Stop self-sabotaging. Stop playing games, saying names, and delaying flames, okay? Go to my profile, tap book time with me. Go to the link. Go to the Calendly, okay? It takes PayPal. If you don't have PayPal, you can still do PayPal and not have an account and still book a session. It takes like 2 to 3 minutes, $25 for half an hour, $45 for an hour. And again, book more than one with me, book 4 sessions for the price of 2. Otherwise, hang out. I drop free knowledge, free generational wealth, so that you can be yourself and love yourself and not take other people's feelings personally. What a concept. Emotional intelligence is what we've been talking about today. Feel your feelings, understand what they're telling you, and learn how to really honor your feelings and not take on other people's belief systems. Get out of the abusive situations and the narcissist and all that other nonsense. You're better than this. You're more powerful than this. You're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. You're amazing. You've always known what you're doing. Okay, thank you. And for the people who are just asking, yes, I have Venmo. It is Nicky Scorpio, at Nicky Scorpio, Nicky Scorpio. Venmo is $Nicky Scorpio. Regardless, I love you. Thank you. Be kind to yourself. If you just want to show me love and say, yo, the live stream was amazing. I cried. I healed. I loved it. Thank you. I love what you're doing. Go to my profile. Go to my Instagram. Send me a DM. If you have any questions, send me a DM. Okay? You got this. You got this. Thank you. Yes, let's manifest that money for you. Book that session with me. Yes. Much love, Snowbird. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Allison. Thank you. Lots of love. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the double taps. Thank you for the follows. Get notified when I go live. Follow me on Instagram so I post stories in case you don't get the notifications. I love you unconditionally. You're amazing. You go into that world and you tell people, I already got it. I already got it. I already got that new job. It's already existing for me. All the middle stuff, that's the unknown stuff, all the pieces behind the scenes are being built for me. I got this. I know what I'm doing. I don't need your approval. I don't need your validation. I'm not going to compare myself to you. Don't compare me to other people. I have no expectations from other people. And at the same time, when I walk into the room, I expect for you to acknowledge my greatness. And if you don't, see you later. You missed nothing. Just breathe in all the greatness that you want right now. You missed nothing. It already exists for you. That is what manifestation is. That's what it is. It is literally speaking it into existence and just knowing that it's there. Okay, so I love you. You got this. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Have a great night. Have a great week. Be kind to yourself. And also, I work, if you're a couple, if you want to do a session with me as a couple, it's the same exact price. If you're getting out of a marriage, out of a relationship, if you're looking to get into one, if you're experiencing narcissism and abuse, or if you have a teenager or a kid and you want to give them some perspective, especially if your child has grown up without a father, I have my pulls in my heartstrings. I got you. Hit me up. Otherwise, if you just have questions, hit me up. This is unconditional love. This is family. All right. There you go. Thank you. Signing off in 10, 9, 8, 7. Thank you, Adriana. Thank you. 8, 7. See you next time. Yes, if you want to do a session with you and your son, absolutely, I will. 10. Go to my profile, tap book time with me. Go to the Calendly link. 10, 9. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you for blocking all the weirdos who hate themselves and don't want abundance. Remember, we're not meant to take care of everybody. We're not meant to. This ascension is not for everybody. Don't feel guilty. 10. I know I can stay with you forever. It's all good. Lots of love. 10. I have client calls. I got stuff I got to do. 9, 8, and healers need healing too. Thank you for those of you that send me love and protection for real, because there are some weird people on here who do some weird stuff, and thank you. Healers need healing too. 10, 9, 8. Thank you. I appreciate you. Love those introverts. Speak up, introverts. I love you. 10, 9. Thank you for the gifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I love you. Have a good day. You got this. Take care. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the roses. I received that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, for real. Thank you. I do this because I know what it's like to feel unloved and alone. Thank you. Truly. Thank you. I received that. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. All right. Bye. See you next time.